It's the reign of the Supermen as comic books dominate our culture more and more each year. From the movies, to the t-shirts, to the action figures, superheroes are everywhere, and small comic shops are laughing all the way to the bank.
It's definitely, yeah, like you say, the new cool. I know superhero movies aren't regarded as any sort of high art when it comes to critics or anything like that, but they're not supposed to be this amazing high art.
Mark White, the chair and professor of philosophy at the College of Staten Island, has written 7 books behind the philosophy of famous heroes, from Superman to Captain America, and feels that these heroes go beyond being just art altogether.
I think people don't have as many heroes in real life to look to, especially with our politicians and business leaders, and, it's seeming to be more, morally ambiguous. Superheroes definitely are our mythology. Not literally in the sense that the Greeks thought that Zeus made the thunder and lightning, but I don't think many people think Thor makes the thunder and lightning. But, the fact that these are, that was really the basis of my Captain America book, was saying, this is one of our moral exemplars. He's a fictional character, but a lot of fictional characters provide inspiration, and I think that's why the Marvel movies have been so successful, or one reason the Marvel movies have been so successful, other than they're just really entertaining. Call it overly simplistic, call it naive, whatever. They want to see true heroes. They want to believe there are still true heroes. The only question is whether the success of the movies is going to feed back and have a positive effect on sales in the shops. And, I can't speak to that.
Actual comic sales are way up. According to Diamond Comic Distributors, an average of $313 million worth of single-issue comics were sold last year. Compare that to $190 million only 15 years ago.
It's definitely helped keep stores like us open. With the massive success of The Walking Dead, and just people caring about like all these B-list comic book characters because of shows like Arrow and even Iron Man was kind of like the start of it all.
Jim Hanley's universe, or just JHU as it goes by now, has been around for over 30 years and has been through the up and down wave of comic fandom.
I think it's definitely positively affected it. People have always known about these characters, through just like the various movies over the years, and now these characters are really household names, more than they ever were.
Comics have been so much on the rise that even new shops are popping up and changing the game altogether, like Comic Book Jones, for example, just across town.
For us, we have a lounge, we have coffee, we encourage, as opposed to a lot of other stores, look, I'm at a table right now. We encourage people to hang out here and read. We don't care if you pay for it.
So, instead of this just being a new fad, maybe comics are just back in for now. But are the shops worried that maybe another decline will happen?
I think we would still do well. I think we would definitely feel the effects of, if in suddenly 5 years nobody cared about any comic book movies. Which even if it does go that way, I think it would take a lot longer than 5 years. Maybe in 15 years people might start caring a little bit less. But I don't have anything to worry about I don't think we have anything to worry about in the immediate future.
I hope Comic Book Jones lasts forever. I love this place. This is my home, and I feel like comic stores need to exist. There's always an audience for this type of stuff. There's kind of a rule, an unspoken rule within the realm of comic shoppers where every 3 to 5 years the shoppers recycle. So you might lose a bunch of customers, but then a new wave of people come.
What I think is the best promise for these movies carrying on is just the fact that they're based on such great source material. In some cases, there's 75 years of just tremendous rich stories. Then even if they only take the best 1% of those can help script movies, for the rest of my lifetime, definitely.
Like it or not, superheroes are here to stay, so get used to seeing them everywhere. For CUNY News, I'm Joseph Altabelli.